Hi guys, I am your host from hairsite.com, bringing you hair restoration news worldwide for over 20 years. Each week we look everywhere around the world for the absolute best in hair restoration. Today we are having another episode from our Celebrity Hair Restoration series. The featured celebrity this time is Ashton Kutcher. Needs no introduction, I am sure. Ashton started his career as a fashion model and later turned movie star. He has gorgeous hair. Love the messy style that works so perfectly for him. Really, not that many guys can pull this off, and he sure does it better than most celebrities we know. In a recent appearance at the Conan O'Brien show, I will post a link in the video description below. Great interview, by the way, for those who are obsessed about celebrities and their hair. Ashton Kutcher openly admits that he is struggling with hair loss. At one point during the interview, he exposed his hairline and showed the audience what he called hair loss. Take a look.
I'm going to compliment you. You always look good. You got good hair. I'm going to compliment your hair.
It's going a little bit, though.
It's going?
Yeah.
You're losing it?
I've been losing it since, it's like, I mean, if I really get up in there, guys, I mean, it's like starting to disappear.
Right.
Come on now, Ashton. You call that hair loss? 10 out of 10 will say you have zero hair loss. But anyway, who are we to judge? He went on and said he would simply go all natural if he continues to lose his hair. Mind you, he is in his 40s right now, and he still has what most of us would call a full head of hair. I doubt his hair can get much worse in the next 5 years, especially when he is already on dutasteride, according to his interview with Conan. The worst case scenario may be a Norwood Class 3, similar to this fellow here who shares more or less the same V-shaped hairline as Kutcher. They both have similar hair texture too. I hope Ashton realizes that this is not a death sentence by any means, and can easily be fixed. This patient here only received about 3,000 grafts FUE, and he is good as new. Check this out. What do you guys think? Full restoration, perfectly natural hairline, and flawless temple closure, with no signs of hair loss or work done. If this patient can have his hair back, there is no reason Ashton Kutcher can't. By the way, this patient is a celebrity in his own right too, as some of you might have recognized him. He is Jefferson Took, American Idol contestant who has his own record label deals, and has collaborated with many artists over the years, including Britney Spears and Fergie, to name a few. Let's hear what Jefferson has to say about his procedure with Dr. Bobak in Beverly Hills.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through.
The thing that bothered me the most about my hair loss was it really affected my confidence, the way that I projected myself. I was a performer for many, many years, and being on stage, obviously confidence is one of the most important things. And when my hair started to go, so did my confidence. Started to affect the way that I performed and the way that I felt about myself. I first noticed hair loss when I was about 21 years old, 22, started thinning. So I started researching clinics when I was about 24, 25, and I didn't really like a lot of what I saw. You know, the technology that I had seen with the strip surgery, the idea of cutting a big hole in the back of my head was not appealing to me at all. And I didn't really like the results. I visited a couple of doctors, a couple of clinics. I wasn't really overwhelmed, I guess, with confidence in the work that they had done or what they were trying to pitch me on from a sales point. And really didn't feel comfortable with anybody until I actually came here to Albi Armani. I ended up choosing Albi Armani because from the second that I walked in the door, I immediately knew that it's where I wanted to be. I felt comfortable, I felt welcome, and from what I had seen, the artistic expression that they showed in their work was above and beyond the best thing that I had seen around. It was much more of a laid-back, relaxing experience than you would think a surgery would be. I think the most surprising thing was the fact that it wasn't nearly as invasive as I thought it would be. I think the reason that I held off for so long was because I thought it might be invasive, but it wasn't, not at all. It was outpatient, it was very simple. I was in and out in one day, and I went home the next day. The first week is probably the hardest, but even then, the swelling went down very quickly. I didn't need to take off much time at work at all. A week is what I took off, and just made sure I followed the post-op procedures and the instructions. And after a week, you know, it was pretty much habit after that. Just the whole procedure that they offered at Albi Armani with the FUE, not leaving any kind of lasting scar, not having anything that you need to cover up, was really comforting. It was ideal. It's something that you want to take your time and make the correct decision. In my case, I did. I took a good year and a half to the point where I actually booked my surgery. But I felt it was the way to go. I didn't just want to fill my thinning areas. I wanted it to look natural. I wanted it to be presentable. I mean, obviously, when you're on stage, you have to be more than presentable. It has to look really, really good. So not just a day-to-day presentable, I needed to be performance ready.
So, Ashton Kutcher, if you are out there and watching this, please know that there are treatments that can spare you the agony associated with hair loss. Your hair is too beautiful to let it go without a fight. Going bald is not an option for you, buddy. That's all for this episode. If you want to learn more about cutting-edge hair restoration techniques, contact Dr. Baubach's team at www.alviarmani.com. No cost, no fee, just good, honest information.